Hello class, welcome to your classwork portion of your first assignment, which is Unit 9, Day 4, degrees into radians and radians into degrees. So we're going to go over how to convert one form of angle measurement into the other. So we discussed the other day that 360, whoops, still on the eraser, wow, can't do this at all. 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi radians. You can write rad for short, but how to convert 1 radian or 1 degree into the other. So first we're going to come up with a formula for converting degrees into radians. So the way to do that is to figure out what 1 degree measures in radians. So this is what 360 degrees measures in 1 radian, so we're just going to divide this by 360 to figure out what 1 radian measures. So 360 divided by 360 is 1, so that's 1 degree, equals, now, let's see, let me get another color here. So 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 360 180 times, so that's simplifying the fraction. And we get that 1 degree is equal to pi, because that's 1 times pi, over 180 radians. So this is the formula for converting 1 degree into radians. So you can see that right here. To convert degrees to radians, multiply by pi rad 180. So for instance, just trying to zoom in here, 510 degrees can be converted into radians by multiplying by pi over 180 rad. That's 180 degrees rad. So the degrees will cancel out. We look for, to simplify 510 over 180. So I have some idea what the numbers could be because I could see the answer choices here. But 18 divides by 2, and so does 510. What can I divide by? Well, I can cancel out the 0 because they're both divisible by 10, and then 3 goes into 51 and it goes into 18. So 3 will go into 18 6 times, and 3 will go into 51 17 times, leaving us with 17 times pi, which is 17 pi over 6 rad, which we can see is choice 3. Now you'll notice that their answers doesn't say rad in it, and that's because it's implied, because they said radian measure, so therefore the answer must be in radian measure. So that's for going one way. Now the formula for going the other way is 180 over pi rad. So you'll notice the fractions are just reversed. A way I like to remind myself which way to do these is that if I want my answer in radians, then I want radians in the numerator. If I want my answer in degrees, then I want the radians to cancel out, so I want them in the denominator. So whatever you don't want goes in the denominator. All right, so let's figure out the formula for converting to from radians to degrees. So I'm going to start the same way. So we know that 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi radians. So I want to know what 1 radian is. So before, to get 1 degree, I had divided by 360. So now I'm going to divide by 2 pi. That'll give me 1. So 2 pi divided by 2 pi is 1, so we get 1 radian is equal to 180 over pi. Yep, so 1 radian is equal to 180 degrees over pi. So same formula, same idea. This is our formula for going the other way. So let's try an example. All right, so we are, in this case, are given radians, and we want to go to degrees. So we're going to take 4 pi over 15, and we're asked to convert into degrees, so we're going to multiply. Now I want radians to cancel out, which means pi has to be in my denominator, because otherwise they won't cancel out. And I need 180 degrees in the numerator. And yeah, let's do this. So pi cancels out with pi. We're just going to multiply across and divide. So if we can do any of that early, that would be nice. For instance, 5 goes into here 3 times, and 5 should go into 180 because it divides by 5 because it ends in a 0. So that's really 18 times 10, so that would be 2 times 10, that would be 36. Okay, so that's dividing both numbers by 5. Then I can divide both numbers by 3, and goes in here once and goes in here 12 times. And I get 4 times 12, which is 48 degrees, because it's the one thing that didn't cancel out. Please try the rest of the problems on your own. If you have questions, make sure you leave them on the Google Classroom stream for the upload of this first video.